Imagine uncovering the mysteries behind the decisions we make, the choices we take, and the influences that shape us. Welcome to a revealing world explored by Robert Cialdini in his masterpiece, Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion. In this book, Cialdini delves into the depths of human psychology, unraveling the hidden mechanics that drive our inclination to influence and be influenced. In a world flooded with information and complex decisions, grasping the art of persuasion is more crucial than ever. Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion is more than a book. It's a guide to deciphering the invisible forces shaping our social interactions, purchases, and choices. Cialdini offers a profound insight into how we are persuaded, enabling us to navigate this intricate landscape more informed and conscious. Throughout the pages of this book, Cialdini presents 6 fundamental principles of persuasion that serve as the gears behind many of our decisions. Reciprocity leads us to return favors. Commitment and consistency keeps us aligned with our commitments. Social proof makes us follow others' behaviors. Liking explores our emotional connections. Authority makes us obey figures of influence. And scarcity increases the perceived value of something when it's deemed rare. Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini is an invitation to uncover the subtleties of persuasion that shape our daily lives. By understanding these principles, we can make more informed and conscious decisions, avoiding unconscious influence. Embarking on this journey of discovery equips us with the necessary wisdom to navigate a world full of influences and make decisions aligned with our values and goals. So, consider diving into the pages of this book and exploring the secrets of persuasion that shape our world. After all, understanding the mechanics of persuasion is the first step to becoming a more effective communicator and a more conscious decision maker. Topic 1. Reciprocity: The Art of Giving to Receive. Reciprocity, the first principle of persuasion highlighted by Robert Cialdini in Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion, reveals a fundamental aspect of human behavior: the tendency to reciprocate favors. When someone offers us something, whether it's a gesture, a gift, or kindness, we feel an internal obligation to respond positively. This phenomenon is rooted in the innate pursuit of equity and harmony in social relationships. The act of giving creates a sense of indebtedness that propels us to reciprocate, a dynamic essential for building and maintaining healthy social bonds. The concept of reciprocity is so profound that it transcends cultures and contexts, becoming a fundamental part of our behavior. By applying reciprocity in practical situations, businesses and individuals can influence decisions effectively. Offering freebies, samples, or valuable information are common strategies that leverage this principle. For instance, upon receiving a product sample, consumers are inclined to reciprocate the generosity, often by purchasing the full product. Topic 2. Commitment and Consistency: The Power of Consistency. The second principle of persuasion addressed by Robert Cialdini in Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion leads us to explore the profound influence of our quest for consistency. People have a strong tendency to remain consistent with their words, beliefs, and previous commitments, and this pursuit of consistency plays a significant role in our decisions. Understanding the dynamics of commitment and consistency, we realize that once we publicly commit to a statement or opinion, we feel an internal pressure to act in accordance with it. This consistency helps us maintain a positive self-image and avoid contradiction between our actions and beliefs. It allows us to be predictable to both ourselves and others. This principle is skillfully used in marketing and sales strategies. Campaigns that ask for small initial commitments, such as signing up to receive a newsletter or creating a free account, increase the likelihood that people will follow through with larger commitments, like making a purchase. Consistency with the initial action creates internal pressure to uphold the commitment, leading to decisions more favorable to the advertiser. Similarly, sales strategies often exploit the principle of consistency by obtaining verbal confirmations from customers, cementing a commitment in their minds. This verbal commitment, even if small, becomes an anchor guiding their future actions, leading to an increased likelihood of purchase. Topic 3. Social proof: the impact of others' actions. In the third principle of persuasion presented by Robert Cialdini in Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion, we are led to a deep analysis of the impact of social proof on our decisions. This principle reflects the human tendency to observe and follow others' behavior, especially in situations where we are uncertain about the best course of action. The search for social approval is an intrinsic feature of our desire to belong and avoid isolation. In uncertain environments, we often look to others as a guide for our own actions. If we perceive that others are doing something, we are more likely to feel compelled to follow the same direction. This principle is frequently exploited in influence strategies. Product reviews, for example, are a concrete example of how social proof is used to persuade. When we see positive reviews of a product or service, it creates a sense of collective approval that boosts our confidence in the quality of the item. Similarly, testimonials from satisfied customers function as a form of social approval, showing that others have already had a positive experience. Companies also use tactics like displaying how many people are using a service or product in real time, reinforcing the concept of collective approval and encouraging others to join in. Topic 4. Affection: emotional connections that influence decisions. The fourth principle of persuasion, highlighted by Robert Cialdini in Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion, leads us to delve into the complex waters of emotional connections and personal bonds that have a profound impact on our choices. Affection in this context refers to our natural tendency to be influenced by those with whom we share an emotional relationship or personal connection. The influence of affection on our decisions is driven by our need for belonging and meaningful relationships. When we feel an emotional connection with someone or share values and interests, we are more likely to follow their suggestions or recommendations. Empathy and identification play a crucial role in this principle. When we see someone who resembles us or shares our feelings, our empathy is activated, making us more inclined to trust and follow their guidance. The sense of "we are similar" or "I understand what you're going through" creates a foundation for emotional persuasion. The application of this principle is evident in many aspects of our lives. Brands often create advertising campaigns that evoke specific emotions so that consumers identify with the characters or situations presented. This sense of emotional connection can lead to a greater propensity to purchase a product or support a cause. Influencers also use the principle of affection when building virtual relationships with their followers. By sharing personal stories and creating a sense of community, they foster a feeling of connection and empathy, which can result in greater trust and acceptance of their recommendations. Topic 5. Authority: the power of influential figures. The fifth principle of persuasion, explored by Robert Cialdini in Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion, sheds light on the impact of authority figures and experts on our decisions. Authority in this context refers to our natural inclination to obey those who are seen as holders of knowledge, status, or expertise in a certain subject. The principle of authority is deeply rooted in our psychology, often associated with our upbringing that teaches us to respect and follow the guidance of those who know more than we do. This leads us to heed the instructions and recommendations of authority figures, such as doctors, academic experts, or experienced leaders. The influence of authority is widely used in various spheres. In advertising, for example, many campaigns feature doctors or experts endorsing health products. This creates a trust bond, as people tend to believe that these professionals possess an in-depth understanding, and thus, their recommendations are worth considering. In politics, authority is often exploited by highlighting candidates' credentials and leadership history. People are more likely to support and vote for figures who demonstrate knowledge and experience in the field. Furthermore, in everyday interactions, such as in business and educational settings, those in positions of authority tend to influence others' decisions. Their words and guidance are often taken seriously, as we believe they possess the necessary expertise. Topic 6. Scarcity: the influence of limited supply. The final principle of persuasion discussed by Robert Cialdini in Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion, is scarcity. This principle reveals how the perception of something being scarce or limited can exert a profound influence on our decisions and actions. Scarcity involves the idea that opportunities or resources are limited, creating a sense of urgency and increasing the perceived value of what is on offer. The perception of scarcity activates a mechanism in our minds that makes us fear missing out on the opportunity to acquire something valuable. The fear of missing out or losing an advantage is a powerful impulse that influences our decision-making. This principle taps into the human desire to possess something exclusive, rare, or hard to obtain. In sales and marketing contexts, scarcity is often used to create a sense of urgency and drive action. Promotions with limited timeframes or restricted quantities of products encourage people to act immediately to secure the offer before it runs out. By showing that something is a limited time only or last units available, companies leverage people's tendency to want what seems out of reach. Scarcity is also employed in luxury marketing strategies, where exclusivity and rarity are a part of the appeal. Limited edition products or exclusive events exploit the principle of scarcity to create a heightened desire, as people are driven by the idea of owning something that few have access to. Conclusion. As we explore the 6 principles of persuasion discussed in Robert Cialdini's seminal work, Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion, we are led through an intriguing panorama of human dynamics and the strategies that shape our choices and decisions. Summarizing each of these principles, from reciprocity to scarcity, we can grasp how susceptible we are to subtle influences while also possessing the ability to understand and employ these strategies to our advantage. The importance of recognizing these principles in our daily lives cannot be underestimated. By becoming aware of the forces at play when we are persuaded, we gain a new level of discernment in our decisions. This enables us to make more informed choices aligned with our true interests and values, rather than being swayed by external influences. Our journey through the psychology of persuasion unveils a complex and fascinating world of human motivations. However, the knowledge gained here is only the beginning. For those seeking an even deeper understanding of influence tactics, we invite you to explore Robert Cialdini's Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion. This book is a treasure trove of insights, offering a comprehensive view of persuasion mechanisms and how we can use them to enhance our communication and decision-making. If this video has been helpful and enlightening, we invite you to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with those who you believe would benefit from this knowledge. Together, we can raise awareness about the influences around us and strengthen our ability to make confident and discerning decisions. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the psychology of persuasion, and we hope you continue to explore the secrets of influence in an informed and conscious manner.